93.673 mile per hour average on the leaders. All right, it is a magnificent chess game that is being played here. Oh, trouble! Ricky Rudd slamming toward the wall, crashing, rolling over, side over side. Ricky Rudd, Ford automobile, out of control, side over side several times, lands in the grass just to the top of pit road. The Budmore car destroyed. You're watching live from the Daytona International Speedway, the Busch Clash of '84. The most serious crash in the 6-year history of this event has just taken place. Naturally, caution is out. Field has been slowed.
And these caution laps do not count in this race, Ken. It's only green flag laps of 20 laps. It looked like, as they came off of turn 4, that Jody Ridley's car and Ricky's might have touched. They came awfully close. Let's take a look at it.
All right, replay on this incident coming out of turn 4. Ned Jerry.
Here is Ridley on the inside. He might have touched him, but sometimes, because of the compression of the air, here you see Rudd's car turning back the wrong way as it slid. The air got under it, flipped it back the wrong way. I think that it was a blessing that it didn't get into that wall, Ken. It started spinning away from him, just like a bucking horse, going in every kind of a direction. And, of course, Ricky holding on.
Ricky Rudd, former Grand National Rookie of the Year. Last year, he won 3 straight pole positions. He was on the pole here at Daytona, then on to Richmond, Virginia, and Rockingham. Ricky Rudd's car has been destroyed in his first effort for the Budmore team.
Very unfortunate situation. I was about to say, as the cars were coming off of there, it was hard to tell if they actually touched or not. But sometimes the compression of the air, they get within a foot of each other, that it has the same effect as the cars touching, and they're almost out of control as they come out of the turns anyway, and it doesn't take much to send it in a spin.
Let's get the analysis of Richard Petty. Richard, you take a look at it and tell us what you see.
Well, I tell you what I seen, it looked to me like that the car just got loose coming off the corner up there. There's a big bump, and if you don't land just exactly right, I think I made a comment before, Richie's car looked a little loose to me. And he's up a little bit higher. If you notice, he's up pretty high coming off that corner. Now, if Riddle hit him, I don't know. He could have touched him right there, because all he had to do was just get a little sideways. But it looks like that the car just got a little sideways, and just the cars running that close together, even if you don't touch them, the wind acts like you hit each other. And all he had to do was break the car loose. And then when these cars get sideways, they're bad about doing just what you see here. It just looks like it's a lot more moving around. Ricky, I think, is real lucky because the car didn't hit anything solid. He was lucky that it went away from the wall there instead of hitting the wall, and looks like he's going to be okay on that deal.
A 3,700-pound car, twisting and bucking like it was a child's plastic toy. More from the Clash of '84 at Daytona in a moment. 1977 Rookie of the Year, Ricky Rudd of Chesapeake, Virginia, still trapped in his crushed racer when on the 15th lap the car went into a series of sidewinding vicious rolls coming down out of the 4th turn. It rolled for approximately 1,200 feet. Richard Petty.
That's Bud Moore, the car owner there that was leaning inside, Ken.
Richard, you see something like this. Next Sunday you're going for $1 million. How do you do it? How do you come back and race after you see something like this?
Well, I tell you, I guess you just figure it's always going to happen to somebody else. But we've been in the same situation, you know, good things and bad things. But this is just part of racing, I guess. That you know, everybody just sort of overlooks and says, you know, it's not going to happen again. It happened one time, it won't happen anymore. But these is kind of figure that these cars are, you know, running close to 200 mile an hour. They really are not really designed from aerodynamically standpoint to run that fast. And then we do our little things that NASCAR lets us do as far as the safety rules and speed, put speed in the cars and stuff. And they're capable of running 200 mile an hour, over 200 mile an hour. And, you know, things like this can happen, but they can happen at 50 mile an hour as good as they can happen at 200. It just makes it a little more spectacular at 200.
Winner of Riverside, California and Martinsville, Virginia, Ricky Rudd has now been removed from his car and taken to the field hospital here in the infield at the Daytona International Speedway. And there you see the remains of, what, a $65,000 car?
65 to 75,000 if you were to go out and buy that race car, and as you say, it's completely destroyed.
Here's the immediate report on Ricky Rudd. The report is that after that horrific crash you have just seen, he is simply shaken up.
Well, I'll tell you, that is fantastic news. A tribute to the way that these automobiles are built, Ken.
Ricky Rudd, a go-kart and motocross champion before he went stock car racing in 1975, was running fifth as he came off turn number 4. Out of control, his 3,700-pound Ford Thunderbird lifts in the air, and then disaster.
And it just goes into a cart roll completely. He, of course, has no control over the automobile at this time.
Arm out the window as it came to a stop. 27 years old. Won over $1 million on the Winston Cup Grand National Tour. That's a heartbreaker for everyone involved in that team. There are just days, hours, months of work to prepare for this event. And there you see the concerned crowd standing apprehensive. They have not been told or given the report that we have just heard that he was only shaken up. And that certainly speaks to the safety of the way these cars are constructed when you see something as vicious and nasty as that.
No doubt about it, Ken. As we see it on the screen, of course, the frontal area of the car is completely demolished. So is the left rear quarter panel there. But the roll cage, which really protects the driver more than anything else, is still intact and has the sheet metal in that area in pretty good shape. And, of course, that is the thing that can really help him in a situation of that sort.